Hey guys, how's it going? This is Breaking the Cycle with Devin. It's been quite a while, but man, I've been really busy and a lot of stuff has happened, and I'm pretty excited to tell you guys about it. So, for this episode, or I guess this YouTube video, I just wrote a couple things down, so I'm just got a little couple pointers that I want to hit in this episode. But I am officially house hacking in California. Didn't think it was going to be possible, but here I am. This is my new place. This is obviously why there's no decorations or anything, but I can't wait to tell you guys about that one. In January, I actually hit $100,000 invested, so let's go there, slow and steady. It's April now, so I think I'm up to like 120,000, but investments are doing good, and we're making progress towards the goal of retiring early someday. I've also been playing around with crypto a little bit, and that's been pretty interesting. I've been using the Voyager app, and I'm really starting to like that. And it allows you to get interest on some of your investments for holding them, so it makes it a little bit easier to hold Bitcoin when the price is kind of all over the place. And they pay you I think it's like a 9% interest rate on money you hold in a stable coin. So it's actually really a really great savings account, and I can't wait to tell you guys about that either. Um, I also started a test, I guess, in January to try out some leveraged ETFs. I've tried out a couple of them. I've been holding them for from early January until now, and they've actually been an emotional train wreck for the most part. But as of now, they're up pretty big. Some are up like over 20%, which is kind of crazy to get a 20% return in just, 3 or 4 months. But it was an emotional roller coaster ride all the way through. But I'll be making a video on that later on as well. But the focus of the video is I want to tell you about my house hack. So I'm out here living in California, and I bought a place. It's a single family home with an ADU, but it's basically a duplex. But for regulation reasons, it has to be classified as a single family home with an ADU. But it was $850,000 is how much the home cost. I used the VA loan, which made it pretty easy for me to get in this place. So it's the front unit is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and the back unit that I'm in is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. So great size, exactly what I was looking for. It's actually more room than I need, and I'll probably be looking towards renting out a room eventually. But yeah, we're going to talk about how big the place is, which I just said, and then we're going to be talking about my interest rate, how much money I actually had to come out of pocket to get this place. What is my monthly budget looking like? Like, what is it compared to renting right now? When I was renting, and then I actually do have a tenant in the front unit, and I'll tell you a little bit about how much of my mortgage they're basically covering for me. Um, and then in the future, I'll give you guys a tour. A little too busy for that right now, but I'm probably gonna collab with John from the Investment Property Nerd, who's actually my realtor for this and helped me make all this happen. And I still bug him all the time, asking him dumb questions about the house, because I'm a first time home buyer. I really don't know what I'm doing, and my grass is dying out front. And I haven't figured that one out yet. All right, so let's get into it. So I used the VA loan. It was $850,000, so it did qualify as a jumbo loan. But I had a great broker who got me an interest rate of 2.25%. So it's a great interest rate. I can't really complain about that. So my mortgage every month is $4,347 for the entire property. And then my renters in the front are currently paying me $2,400 a month. So the total cost out out of my pocket right now is only about $2,000 per month, and then I have to take in, vacancy and maintenance. So it's probably closer to like $2,400 a month, which in comparison to when I was renting, I was only spending $1,800 a month. But all of that was just going to the ether, just floating away. So yeah, it's about $2,000 just for if you don't include vacancy and maintenance. And the nice part about that is I think it's $1,700 a month goes towards principal in the home, and then the rest of it goes to interest. So it almost works out perfectly to where my tenant is actually paying off all the interest of borrowing the loan. So if you had to compare it to a rent, I'm spending probably like $300 or $400 a month on rent, and then an extra $400 that I put away just in case the tenant never leaves or something breaks. So pretty good deal. I'm very happy about it. I was nervous every step of the process. We've been looking at homes for like 6 months, so it was pretty rough, pretty brutal. I wouldn't say it was the best experience I've ever had, but now that I'm in it, I'm pretty happy. Um, so yeah, talking about how much money I actually needed up front to get in this home, and it's probably a little different for me than most since I had the VA loan that I could use. But I had to put down a earnest deposit of 10. It was only a $10,000 earnest deposit, and then as we went through the process, I actually had to pay to get the place fumigated, which was $5,500 to get the place fumigated. And then when I actually got my earnest deposit back, I think I lost about $2,000 in fees and other things like that. So the total cost out of pocket was only about $8,000 to get into this property. So very happy with that. I didn't actually had the buyer, not the buyer, the seller. I had him cover up to $15,000 in fees. So thanks to John for making all that happen. But yeah, $15,000, and it covered almost all the fees. And yeah, just had to pay for the fumigation and a little bit of extra fees in there that the $15,000 didn't quite cover. But other than that, it's been a pretty great experience. I was nervous the whole way through. I don't know, first time buying a home is so nervous. It's just really nerve wracking. And then actually moving into this property was just an absolute disaster. But we can probably talk about that another time. But moving is not fun. And especially when you're as cheap as I am and you try to move on a budget and you're not going to pay someone $2,000 to do it and you try to do most of it yourself. It was just a super stressful time getting everything here. Actually, most of my furniture is still in the garage because I have no means of getting it up the stairs without hiring someone right now, or until I get a friend or something to help me out. But for now, the house is pretty empty. This is actually the smallest room of the bunch that I'm in right now, and it's going to be my office, office / YouTube studio. So pretty excited to finally have an office. I don't have to shoot in my living room anymore. I don't have to take everything down every day and put it back up the next day. So that's super nice. I don't have, actually had a microphone that I bought and it just broke on me, but that's totally out of the way. But yeah, this place is super great. I got a great deal. And luckily I already had tenants in the front property, so that's not something I actually had to go through. I actually have a garage for the first time in my life, so that's super nice. And I guess the only other thing about the house is probably like the insurance side was actually really interesting. It took me probably like 2 weeks to find some valued insurance. I mostly do all of my insurance through USAA because they usually treat me pretty well, but they did not treat me very well in this house. And I think they quoted me for like, I think it was like $250 a month, and then it was like another $200 a month for earthquake insurance. And that was just, I was like, an extra $500 a month is way too much for me. So that made me go shopping and checking in for some other insurances. And I checked out Lemonade, which is actually like the next Amazon of like insurance companies. So I really thought they'd be great, and I think they came in at like $150, which is actually really good compared to USAA. But I kept shopping, and then actually found Hippo, which they quoted me for, I think it was like $100 a month, a little bit less than that. I think it was like $98 a month for home insurance, and it had the exact same. Had the It was the exact same as all the other guys. I even went to USAA and I was like, "Hey, this is the policy that Hippo is offering me. Can you match this?" And they basically said, "No, we can't match it," without giving me like the highest deductible that they could possibly offer, which was like $10,000. I was like, I don't need a $10,000 deductible. But yeah, the insurance side worked out. It's only $100 a month added on there. And then other than that, everything's been pretty great. I've been super busy, and I'm still gonna be pretty busy. So I'm just gonna be trying to put out like a video a week right now. I'm digging deep, working on my masters right now, and yeah, the moment I'm done with this YouTube video, I'm gonna be working on my masters for until probably midnight. But I really kind of missed YouTube and I wanted to get back into it. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and I hope I can bring some value to your life, and I hope you can kind of vicariously live through me and kind of not make some of the mistakes that I make, or learn from me a little bit, because I'm out here just trying to build some wealth so that I can retire and go do whatever the heck I want to. And who knows? Maybe it might be the exact same thing I'm doing now, but at least I'll have the choice. So thank you guys for sticking around. This is Breaking the Cycle with Devin, and I'll see you guys next time.